Hey there, welcome to our next Mindful Momentum moment. It's Wednesday live if you're watching live, and I love to pop in on Wednesdays as much as possible because it's a great midweek momentum moment as well. I used to call them, I think, midweek momentum, but I also tweaked it to be more mindful. We're in the holiday season if you can relate because you're preparing for Christmas or Hanukkah or the New Year. It's a hectic time. And I just got off another coaching call in a group program that I coach in. And there was a overarching theme in what we were talking about, and it had to do with planning. This is a very popular time of year to either be hustling, trying to get to our goal by the end of the calendar year, or to be thinking about our plans for 2026. And what I'm noticing is that a lot of people have put pressure on themselves or have felt the pressure from other people or places to create a perfect plan for 2026 or even for Q1 in 2026. And so if you notice the theme or the title on this video, it says, just because you put it on the calendar doesn't mean it will get done. And that applies to whether it's like a Google Calendar or something similar, or a project management system like Trello, Asana, Notion, or it's a paper planner such as the Mindful Momentum pages. Doesn't matter if I write it here or I put it in my Google Calendar, or I also use Asana for task management. It doesn't matter. If you put it on there, that is not what guarantees that it gets done. So, if that's true, my question to you, and I would love for you to comment here. Like, literally, I'm not just saying that to get comments. Like, I want to hear from you. If writing it on your calendar or in your planner isn't what guarantees that the thing gets done, what is? Ask yourself that question. Be willing to tell me an answer, even if it's not right. By the way, there is no right answer, but it's only the answer that is right in your brain for your situation. If putting it on the calendar or in your planner doesn't guarantee that it gets done, what does? That is what we're talking about today. I'm pausing and reiterating because I want your brain to think about that before I jump in with my own thoughts. But if writing it, and this is a tool that I love and I use, and I have mine open on my desk. I have a little paper clip in mine right now that allows me to keep it open and flat, and I write down my top 3 priorities. Usually. This week I wrote down 2 because those were the main 2 that I wanted to accomplish. And if I did that, I would feel successful. That is what I teach and practice with my clients, is how we can each week create success for ourselves by identifying what's most important. And so this week, my top 2 are related to the holiday. I want to finish buying Christmas gifts, and I wanted to, I'm not going to say it out loud because it's a gift. I wanted to finish something else that's related to a gift. It's more specific, but I'm not going to say it in case that person happens to watch. And I've done one of the 2 already, and it's only Wednesday. So I'm feeling successful. I'm halfway there. But just because I wrote it in here doesn't mean it's going to get done. So if writing it here doesn't guarantee that it gets done, what does? If you want to see if the comments are working and post, and I can see if I can see your comments, that would be amazing. See that there are some people here live. But this is just a tool, like any other tool, whether it's a digital task management tool like Asana or Airtable or Notion or Trello or Google Calendar or whatever else you might be using. They are tools, and tools are meant to make your life easier, right? Love tools. Love all of them, to be honest. But we don't want to outsource our results or think that a tool like this is going to guarantee our results. And that's me. I sell the Mindful Momentum Box. I'm not going to promise you that just because you buy it or write it down, it's going to get done. But what I'm going to do is encourage you to think about what actually creates success. What helps you accomplish things? There are many other factors at play. And just because we write it down doesn't mean it gets done. But we still want to have that intention. We want to be intentional and mindful in how we do things so that we can stay committed. So what could it take? It could take commitment. But before that, it takes a decision to actually do it. So how many of you can relate to writing something in your calendar and every week it doesn't get done and you move it to the next week, and you move it to the next week, and you move it to the next week. And then suddenly you're frustrated because you keep moving it. And then you just give up. Forget it. I'm not going to do it. That's very common practice. I see it all the time in clients. Clients come to me thinking that they're the only one struggling with that. The good news is you're not. You're human. We all struggle in a similar way. And it's really, really common. So my encouragement today in this short mindful momentum moment is just to think about that question. If putting it in my calendar or in my planner doesn't guarantee that it gets done, what does? My take on that is making the decision to do it and staying committed to it. Staying committed to it is where some of the coaching opportunities present themselves. So think about what part of that process is tripping you up. What part feels hard, is preventing you from following through on completing the items you put in your planner. There is support available to you. I think awareness, even, what I share here I'm live both on Facebook and on my YouTube channel, just having that awareness and thinking about the underlying causes is really helpful. It is the first step towards changing that pattern. So if you have that pattern of writing something down or typing it in your calendar and it's still not getting done and you're frustrated with yourself, there are solutions. Okay, so that's the good news. I would also suggest for anyone, this is what came up with in this coaching call, where people also even prevent from writing down the plan or are procrastinating on doing that because they're trying to get it right. For 2026, I got to get it right. I want to be successful. I want to create these results. So I've got to have this perfect plan so I know that I'm going to get it done. And what happens? What happens when we try to create a perfect plan is that we just prolong the timeline. We are now procrastinating. So it's kind of like procrasti-learning. Some people love learning and learning and learning, and they take all these courses and webinars and watch maybe you're watching this because you're trying to learn. It's just a fancy way our brain is procrastinating. It's trying to be really clever. So thank you, brain. I tell myself all the time, thank you, brain. You're trying to look out for me. But I don't need a perfect plan. What do I need? I need to take the action and I need to pair my mindset so that I can take the action. And that is what we are doing in the Mindful Momentum Box, using tools like the Mindful Momentum Pages. This alone will not guarantee your success. But taking action paired with the mindset and the beliefs and the thoughts in your brain that help you take the action is what is going to help you get the results you're after. So if you're feeling frustrated because you're writing things in your calendar and they're not getting done, or you're waiting to write things down in a plan because you're trying to get it right, my encouragement to you today is to just make a guess. What's one thing you can do and take action on and see if it works? Doesn't need to be a perfect plan. Can you just try it, test it, think about it as an experiment, and just try to start getting that momentum? So if you are midweek, let's zoom back in to this week, Wednesday. We're here on a Wednesday. If you wrote things down in your planner or wherever you write them and you haven't gotten them done, it's okay. It's not too late. Think about what you are committed to doing to help yourself feel successful this week. So revisit that list. Is it practical? Is it manageable? Is it realistic? And what am I committed to finishing by Friday? There is still time to make that commitment, make a decision. I'm going to do this thing. Make a commitment to yourself and then see how it goes. Evaluate at the end of the week. And if any part of that process trips you up, feels challenging, you face some obstacles, comment here. This is like free coaching. Whether I reply to you in the comments or I talk about it on a future video, I want to support you. So please, I encourage you to interact, be a participant here so that you can support yourself in moving forward. I'm here for you always, cheering you on. Trust me, I'm your biggest cheerleader. I want you to win. So if I can help you in any way, let me know. I'll be back again soon. Quick reminder that holiday boxes for the Mindful Momentum box are shipping this week. Monday, December 15th will be the last day I ship out so that I can get it to you in time. If it's a gift, let me know. You can DM me or send me an email. I could put a personal message in there on your behalf. You won't have to do any shopping. I'll package it, I'll ship it, I'll write your personalized note for you. So let me help you in that way as well. I'm here to make life a little easier and support you so that you can free up your brain and your mental clutter and your time for what matters most to you. And that's creating space to enjoy the season, space for joy. All right. I thank you for being here with me today, and I'll see you soon.